A New Zealander detained in Bali's notorious Kiwi prison for importing 0.82 grams of methamphetamine into Indonesia may only serve a 6-month sentence with rehabilitation. Myra Williams accepts she was on a bender when she was arrested after arriving on a flight from Brisbane in September. A New Zealand lawyer, Craig Tuck, who's visited Miss Williams for the first time today, told me she was facing a 7-year sentence, but there's a chance a much lighter sentence can be negotiated.
The police here now have the full situation, which is that essentially, and Myra accepts that she was on a bender when she arrived at the airport, that she got paranoid, that she went to immigration. She asked to be returned back to Australia where she was living with her son, and at that point things really unravelled. The situation is that there is still an importation charge on the table. That's in negotiation with the prosecutor and the lawyers. When there's an importation charge here in Indonesia, it's a very serious matter, and the minimum imprisonment is 5 years. So she's looking at 7 years if they continue with the importation. She's accepting a no-news situation. She's accepting that she's got problems with methamphetamine and has had for a year. And on that basis, she would receive just a 6-month sentence with rehabilitation. Now, at the moment, she's sleeping on the floor of a cell in Kiwi in the women's section. So she's been on tiles. Today she'll have some sheets and pillows and some cutlery, but it would be fair to say that she's been treated very well by the staff, but the jail does have limited resources. It's not easy being crammed in with a number of others in a cell, sleeping on the floor rough, essentially.
Can I just clarify with you? You said she's going to be detained until January, but that doesn't mean she'll be released in January, is that right?
That's correct. So she was served papers just to keep her in jail, so it's like a warrant of commitment, if you like, in New Zealand, to ensure that the negotiations can continue and hopefully get some resolution by mid-January. I think it's the 19th, where technically they can hold on to her in Kiwi, but that doesn't mean she's going to be released at all.
And then you would be hoping that you may be able to have that deal, as it were, where she might be able to just have served 6 months and then come home after that? Is that the situation?
Yes. That is the situation, and that's what we're talking about at the moment with the police.
And what does Myra think about that option, that possibility?
Well, it would be fair to say that Myra is on an emotional roller coaster at the moment. She's very thankful for the support of her family. She's got strong support from her whānau back in New Zealand and Australia. It's quite overwhelming for her. She was somebody that was enrolled in a bachelor's program. She was studying, she had a son, and now all of a sudden she's essentially locked down until the powers that be decide what's going to happen to her. So she's been up and down, but generally she's got a great state of mind in terms of things like this happen. And it's just a matter of working through the process.
And is she able to have any communication with her wee boy? Who's looking after him?
Okay, her son's come back to New Zealand, and she is communicating with her family. So there is the ability to communicate, and that's being facilitated right now, actually.
And that was the New Zealand lawyer Craig Tuck speaking to me from Indonesia.